You know, Britain's been pretty good at learning for a few hundred years, and we've been pretty good at food, I think. Some of the best supermarkets in the world, some of the best puddings, as I know to my cost. So when we put the two together and we add it to the science of learning, you know, we've been discovering so much about what makes learning better. We've been sticking kids' heads in scanners and asking them to do multiplication tables and seeing what lights up. We've been measuring the CO2 in the exam rooms. We've been looking at light levels and sound levels and saying, what here impacts on learning? An awful lot of that knowledge is making our schools better, making teaching better, making our kids more bright-eyed, a little bit more bushy-tailed, certainly more engaged. But the way we measure that learning is with exams. They really matter. And what should I eat to do better in the exam room? What should I eat to score? You know, golly gosh, every teacher, every child, every parent, every school, every community wants their children to steal that extra march of 2 or 3 or 4, 10%, to take me from a grade C to a B, to take me from this university to that university, to take me from an internship here to the dole queue here. You know, every little margin matters so much, and we ought to look at everything here. So parents are sending their children off. You've got a multiple choice today, you know, have a bottle of energy drink, have a sandwich. What's the best thing to give them? You know, we don't know. The science is not being done. We know about cognition. We know so much about how the brain works, but the link between breakfast and food and what you ate the week before your exam and your performance, what you need to be good in an exam, you need memory, recall, resilience, pace, concentration. It's a complex thing. What's the best food for that? Wouldn't it be interesting to take those talented food retailers, those talented food wholesalers, to take a few hundred years of history of great learning, put it all together and say, you know what, world, you've been copying what we've been doing in the classroom. Now copy what we do in the breakfast room before you go to the exam room. And, you know, come on, let's do this. Let's do this best for Britain. Let's change the opportunity for every child to exceed and excel their learning potential. I just think Britain should be first to this. We're best at food. We do good puts. We do good learning. Hey, let's put them together.